And yet another e-bike battery. And seeing as we've had no new offerings from the battery doctor for a while, here's my little offering. Different location. Another e-bike battery. This is another basket case being taken apart by the owner. He thought he could have a go himself. Ugh, pouch cells. And the rest of the gubbins. It's either a 13S or a 14S, I think. We're going to convert it to an 18650, hopefully. So I need to make an 18650 pack that's going to fit in the same footprint as this. Let's quickly show the charger for it. Without getting a shadow. That can be seen. 54.6 volts. I think that's 14S. 4 amp. With a funny little beauty. 3-pin XLR. What does that say? Danger, high voltage. Ooh, I'd better leave it alone then. And so what's wrong with the original pack? Let's have a look at the voltages on the balance plug. See what's wrong. Oops, it's curling over. Ah, there we go. 7, 2.8, 3. Yeah, quite unbalanced. Start from here. Not a good start. There's one more to check. 1 pin short from the top there. Let's move it up. It's only cell number 6 I need here that I haven't checked. 2.93, okay. So yeah, cells with low voltages. That looks like it has a number 13 on the BMS. And I can only count 13 wires on the plug. Charger output of 54.6 volts. I thought that was 14S, but probably mistaken. 13S. This is the probable configuration I'm going to go for. And here's my proposed pack, offered up to the original to compare sizes. If only this case was about half an inch thicker, I could have got this configuration in, and I could have had an extra 13 cells in there with an extra 2.5 amp hours. But as you can see, there's no room top or bottom for wires there. I think this is the only way it's going to work. As you can see, there's room top and bottom sides for some wires. And a brief look at the joints of the original pack. We've got circuit board type material for the terminals. And this is the end cap of the battery, or at least half of it. The owner's been kind enough to smash against a wall or drop it. And I'll just show the ratings in amps and the Chinese rating on the BMS. Now back to my usual location. This is the 2 halves of the pack welded up, and they need to be bent a buck kind of that way. But before I do that, I'm going to need to attach the balance wires before I close it up. This has come off the original pack. probably find that most of them are too short, so we'll have to extend those. That's half the balance wires done. I've done the middle bit first. To do this kind of job, I think you need compound eyeballs and a brain that works sideways. Hopefully that's the middle bit's done. Now I'll need to bend it and do the outsides. Not bad at all, I think. Now to do the rest of the balance wires. Let's see the balance. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's the first 6. Let's move it up to the next 6. So 6 of those 3.5, and there's one more to go. This is a 13S. I just want number 6 on this one. Number 6, 3.5. Phew! That's a relief, I can tell you. That pack is now fully live. Just attach the main wires to the output into the BMS and the balance connector. So I'm going to see if it's going to take a charge first before proceeding. Let's check for outputs at the main connector. 2.4. And the charging socket. Can't see the charging sockets down there. I'm going to check the charger for correct output and polarity. Checking all the pins on the meter. Make sure this doesn't short out. Nothing. Down there, no lights on the charger. Does this charger have a fault? So voltage going in, nothing coming out. Let's just try and plug this in regardless. That's in, and nothing. You've got busted charger as well, mate. Now, even though I don't have a charger, I still need to make sure that my pack charges. Trusty buck converter. Is it? No, it's a boost converter. I think it's both. Just connecting this up to the improvised jack I've got here. Don't you spark now. Ah, bastard. Oh, my sparks. I set this on 0.5 amp and 54 volts. We're going to see some flames. No flames. 46 volts. It's taking 0.5 amp. And that is charging through the BMS, not directly onto the pack itself. I'm not going to let that run anymore. It's reached 50 volts. That's good enough for me. It'd take forever to charge it at 1 amp. Now we know why these things have a 4 amp charger. No, the charger does work. It's me that doesn't. So apparently, you have to turn the ignition on for this to start charging. Who knew? This is a 3-position key switch. It has to be in a certain position for it to start charging. Charger has stopped charging. What lights we got on there now? Green, I think it was the yellow one was on before. And it's reached 54.1 volts. Let's see if I can check individual balances using my pin probes. 4.1, 8.2, 8.3, 2.5, 6, going up in 4s or so, which is that one, no, 20 point something, 25, should be 29 then, 1, 23, 10 cells, 41.6, 4.16 each, 2.8, 50, and 54, nicely balanced. Time for a discharge test. Through the BMS, through the output connector. Let's look for something small first off, about 10 amp. Right at the end of the travel. Let's see if it managed 10 amps for a short while. 9 amp. This is showing the whole pack voltage. And the red one showing the current. That's about 10 minutes on 9 amp. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's give it 15 amps for a couple of minutes. That's a pass, 15 amps, a couple of minutes. Now we know the BMS is working fine. Now it's time to finish off the pack. Put some sides on it, some tape on it. Fix the BMS in its place. That's more or less it, I hope. Well, I need to put some shrink wrap on top of this, but just making sure that it does actually fit in the case. And some shrink wrap around the pack. I just hope it still fits in the case. Just to check to make sure it still charges after putting it together. And a quick discharge test after it's been fully assembled. A couple of final things to do. Just put the rest of the screws in and tidy up the super glue mark there. This end bit came in 2 or more pieces, so I'll clean it up. That's the end of this project. If that was of any use, leave me a like, dislike, a comment, and of course, a kebab. Kebab.